No. Oh no, we weren't recording, Corey. Wink, wink.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching GEEKCASTER. I'm Phil Geeks, and today we've got in the studio
Dayveonne Bussey. No intro.
No intro, Corey Davis.
You ain't get that muscle there. You're watching
He has no
GEEKCASTER,
muscle.
everything sci-fi-fantasy, technology, geek culture. Yeah, we got a lot we're going to talk about. I'm going to start with like the hard hitter, and we also have Army of the Dead.
Yes.
Yep. Army of the Dead, but I got to do a couple of news flashes here. Snake Eyes, the well-awaited Snake Eyes movie. I mean, there were rumors even when they started doing the first live-action G.I. Joe movies. They were like, why bother do this crap? Just do Snake Eyes. In fact, it's interesting. The whole who owns G.I. Joe?
Mattel? Is it Mattel?
Yeah, but what studio is producing it?
No, not my bad. It's not Mattel. It's Bang. Oh God.
No, you can look it up. We got some phones here. Because it's interesting. G.I. Joe is one of those franchises. They really could have done the whole Marvel thing. Like Snake Eyes, then do a Storm Shadow, then do... What else were they going to do? Zartan. I mean, they really could have built this up.
Hasbro owns G.I. Joe. Sorry about
Yes.
Right. But what studio is Hasbro producing it themselves? Because that would be great. I mean, that says a lot right there. You know, while you guys are looking that up, I think it's great.
Paramount Pictures.
It is Paramount. Well,
Mhm.
listen, if they do that right, I mean, think about it. You've got Lady J, which could have her own story. Baroness can have her own story. This could be really good. I mean, I kind of don't want them to draw it out and do a Marvel thing, because it's cool, but it does get a little played. But they definitely could sprinkle different, like 5 different characters for G.I. Joe each time. I think that'll be really nice. Are you guys G.I. Joe fans?
Somewhat.
I'm a fan of the cartoon. I mean, Snake Eyes was always a fan favorite.
Yeah.
Well,
So
who was your favorite, or top 3 G.I. Joe or Cobra characters?
I'll say Snake Eyes will be number 1, Storm Shadow will be number 2, and number 3 would be Roadblock. Because I like The Rock's portrayal of Roadblock.
Okay. Corey?
All I remember is Snake Eyes.
Wow. That's it?
And this is coming from a guy that don't really know about G.I. Joe, and he named 3
Yeah.
without even looking at his phone.
Are you guys aware that there's a comic book?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, different tone in the comic book for sure from the
Yes.
cartoon, but interesting.
I've never read the comic. I only have the toys and watched the TV show. Well, the cartoon.
Gotcha. Yes, it's interesting.
Wasn't Sergeant Slaughter one of G.I. Joe members?
Well, you know, with the rise of wrestling, and they kind of incorporated him in there. It was a great
But
promotion.
he wasn't originally.
No, they kind of, yeah.
They threw him in there.
All right, well, another news flash. Wonka. There's a Wonka film coming out. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, and but this is going to take place before the Chocolate Factory, like a prequel,
Origin.
like an orange story. Yeah.
I have no opinions. I really feel as though leave the original, keep it that way. The other one that was it Disney or somebody else did it with the one with Johnny Depp?
And Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I forgot who did that.
That one was interesting. It was just kooky, but it was really interesting. I kind of digged it a little bit, but I say just leave it alone after that.
See, no, even from the original, everyone was always interested in the character of Willy Wonka. So to have a reimagining of a young Willy Wonka, that's been rumors for years.
Right.
To finally see it, and of course they give it to Timothée Chalamet because he gets everything.
Oh, I did hear this. Michael Jackson was supposed to play Willy Wonka.
Well, he wanted to.
Yeah, he wanted to.
I thought it was rumored that he was, and he turned it down.
No, no, no. He wanted to. I mean, he kind of lived the life to some degree. You know, so it would have been interesting.
Well, boys and girls. Oh.
Stop it. Stop it. Put some respect on that man. You know, his voice.
I love Michael, but don't get me wrong, but you gotta give it up to the voice, man. The voice is epic.
You know that's not his real voice, right?
Right.
His voice is like as deep as Corey's. No, that's not his real voice.
I could not see him doing Willy Wonka, honestly.
Probably could have pulled it off.
I think that would have been like the #1 movie of all time.
If Michael Jackson did Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Oh, yeah. But
I
in a
would
way,
pick.
good thing he didn't do it because, like you said, it was all right. It's kind of hard because all they tried to do is update the original, and instead of just like, okay, let me reimagine this. And it's such a classic. I mean, the original holds up today.
Right, but that's what Wonka is going to be. It's going to be a reimagining. So we'll see what they do with it.
A reimagining? Like, what is there to reimagine? You're just getting an origin story so it could connect to the original.
Right, but how long ago was that? And you have to do it within modern times. So it's going to be a challenge, but it's an interesting challenge.
If they could do Star Wars, they could do this.
And sorry you used that analogy because they did it, but they didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? Yep.
Right.
Yep. Yeah.
He tried.
Yeah.
I was just doing it as a joke.
Yeah. So you guys are not going to see it, or you're going to see it, or?
I'm going to say I'm going to see it. Just because it's nostalgia and it's childhood memories. And try to find out the origin story behind them.
Got them. That's what they were hoping for.
Mm-hmm.
Kick rocks!
So who is this guy? Who's this actor?
Timothy Chalamet. Timothy Chalamet.
Timothy Chalamet.
Isn't he also going to be in Dune?
I mean, he looks plain enough
Yeah.
to...
Yeah, he is. He's also going to star in Dune. So, like I said, he's getting everything.
Is he a good actor? What was he in that I should care about?
Yeah, Dune? Let me look at his filmography.
Like stuff in the past, not Doom.
The King, Lady Bird, Call Me By Your Name, Little Women. He was in Interstellar?
Okay, so all the films I don't care about. That's what you're saying?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty much.
Doesn't that always happen to be this one actor that just appear out the blue and he normally did movies with that nobody really care about?
I hate to kind of bring up Suge Knight, but I have to because I saw a little post. It was an old interview from 2001, and he said there's a difference between, he was talking about musical artists, but I think this applies here. There's a difference having a whole bunch of hit songs, like popular songs, and being a star. There's a big difference.
Right.
And maybe this will break this guy through where he becomes an actual star. Because like Leonardo DiCaprio, for years he was, teeny bopper, old girls like him, but that he became undeniable with the numbers and opportunities to really show people he could really act after Titanic.
If I'm remembering correctly, I think they did want to push Timothy Chalamet as the next Leonardo DiCaprio. I think that was his whole tagline, and they've been pushing for that, and they're still pushing for that, and he's still getting everything, so I don't know.
Well, I mean, all the films, Little Women and all these great dramatic kind of things, whatever. That's a great opportunity to...
He has the look and he has the name and the hair.
Yeah, so,
He's the poster boy.
Listen, man, do a good job,
Can I say it?
Go ahead.
Can I say it? He's the Great White Hope.
That might be a little too far. I could imagine a bunch of people turning this down, to be honest with you, because it's like, it's such big shoes to fill, Did you guys see the Johnny Depp version? Well, I guess you did see it, right?
Yeah,
I did see it.
And what do you guys think?
It was interesting.
It was watchable. I thought they did a good job.
I liked it. It was tolerable. It wasn't bad. It wasn't. It was Johnny Depp being kooky.
I forget what happened at the end.
It's the same thing if you watch the original, but they added more to it. More like
No, the end.
oh,
Just what happened at the
yeah.
end? Answer the question that
the
I
end
asked.
he actually what. No, I'm just saying. At the end, he pretty much told Charlie he takes over, but then he basically decides to go to the house and enjoy Christmas with the family and bought them food and stuff like that. And yeah,
They made a friendship,
yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah. I don't know why I kind of blacked out the end of that one. I don't know why.
It was forgettable. It was
Yeah.
a good job, but it was really forgettable.
Like it wasn't. They didn't have to go that far.
Interesting.
It could have just been settled, kept it the way the tradition, like the original did when they ended it, and say, "Yo, guess what? You passed the test. You get to take over the Charlie Chocolate Factory or whatever," and that's your ending.
I think it's a generational thing because a lot of people in my age group love the original Willy Wonka. To
Yeah.
watch this reimagining that came years later, it was like, oh, okay, they kept to the source material. They stayed within that world. Good job. Same thing with Mary Poppins. Like, oh, that was a great movie back in the day. Mary Poppins 2 comes out. Oh, it's a great movie. It's a great watch. They stayed within the source material. They modernized it. What happened at the end? We don't care about it. So I think that's what
It's
happened.
just more. It's more directed for our children in the future. That's all it is.
Yeah.
So they can get clear cut of, what we saw.
Yeah, but it wasn't a huge pop culture hit. Charlie wasn't a huge pop culture hit like Willy Wonka was.
Yeah, it won't be because Willy Wonka was the stepping stone. It was the platform that held Disney. Was it Disney that Charlie? I mean, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Actually.
Because I know Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Disney does own. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, I think it was under another company.
And they do make Wonka chocolates, so I wonder what's the connection there.
Dun, dun, dun. Interesting. I think it's another company that owned Willy Wonka, and then Disney took over and said, "Yeah, we're just gonna call it Charlie." Yeah, because remember they had to use Charlie in the Chocolate Factory, not Willy Wonka in the Chocolate Factory.
So the film was released by Paramount.
See, I had a feeling it was Paramount.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I don't believe it was a Disney film, but it was actually produced by the Wolper Pictures and their Quaker Oats company.
Yeah, that's the original. So the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory was Disney.
Mhm.
So pretty much they couldn't license the title Willy Wonka. They had to license it as Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. It was a retelling in the Disney part.
Oh, no wonder it was weird. Tim Burton did it. Of course, if it was Johnny Depp, it was Tim Burton. That's why.
Yeah.
There you go. Now, I'm going to throw something out here, and it's my idea, and it's live on this show. So, if anyone takes it, I'm coming for you legally. Okay? Coming for you.
Just go ahead, Red. Nobody's going to steal your ideas.
Coming for you.
Red, just do it.
They should. That's Phil Geeks to you, mister. Yeah. So basically, like, what they should have done, since Wonka was back in the day, and if you look at the time period, it should have been Charlie playing the role of Wonka, passing it over to someone else. That would have made more sense.
It would have
made more sense.
Yeah.
And I agree with you on that. Like, because if you're Disney, but if you're saying Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, then yeah, it should have been Charlie that basically runs it, and Charlie passes the torch, not redoing the whole steps again, but just in a different title.
Right. And
But wait.
Oh, go ahead.
Now I have to rewatch Charlie and the Chocolate Factory because I thought that's exactly what happened.
No,
Like they gave with the movie Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, yeah, they focused more on Charlie, but wasn't that just like the Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory? They focused on Charlie.
And it was still Wonka. Yeah, it was still the same thing.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's
No,
just
it's the
more.
same thing. But I thought after Willy Wonka, Charlie had the factory and he grew up and he wanted to move on because
No, no, it was
No.
Willy Wonka. It was the same stuff.
Yeah.
It was Willy Wonka. It was it was the same telling. It's just that they gave Charlie more depth, like more story than the original.
You said depth. Yeah, I get it.
yeah.
Word of the day, depth. But yeah, they just gave Charlie more story than it was in Willy Wonka. Even though Willy Wonka wasn't the focus point, it was really Charlie. In this one, it was Charlie that was the focus point, and they just gave more story.
And so
Actually,
now
they
it's-
should have had the Wayans brothers being there.
Why?
Well, why do we put them in anything?
because they're funny.
Yeah.
Nah, not all the time. They're funny, but there's certain levels of funny that you can handle with the Wayans brothers. That type of funny would go over either people's heads or they would offend.
All right, Marlon, hit me up. Let's do this. All right. You know, I met him at an audition years ago. Before
yeah.
he, yes, that's a true story. Yeah. Before he moved to California to join in Living Color. Yep. He's like,
Now-
yeah, man, I'm about to go do this. I'm about to go and get that bag. I'm gonna stop fronting and say I'm gonna do it on my own.
How old are you, Phil?
I'm ancient.
You showed your age.
I'm ancient.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, if I met him when
So-
I was 2, does it really, you know what I'm saying?
Instant.
Got him.
Now, here's the other thing. Now, they may decide to do a black version of Willy Wonka. Would be interesting.
No. With racism and all that other stuff, black man ain't gonna have his own factory.
Wait.
Killed him a long
Hold
time ago.
up. If they could do it with the Wizard of Oz, what makes you think they ain't gonna do it with Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? Get it?
Black,
Wink,
they ain't gonna let no
chocolate
black man
family.
run the chocolate world. He'd be taken out mad quick.
Wait, who you moving away from, Corey?
Both of you guys.
Why? Why?
You guys have that conversation. I have
No, we can, but it doesn't make sense for you to move away.
All
'Cause
right,
look,
let's move on. Let's move on
Yeah.
to the army dead people. What's it called?
Army of the Dead.
Army of the Dead, which is, I thought it was great. I thought it
Thank
was
you.
great. Mr. Snyder. Good
Did
stuff.
one heck of a job.
Yeah.
You had one job and you went through it.
But I have a bone to pick.
Okay, what is your bone to pick?
And near the end, no spoilers, but near the end, when dude was on the casino floor and you couldn't hear anything, all you heard was like somebody bit into some lettuce. I thought that was hilarious. Really? Like the Foley was so bad. Like you literally, I liked it. It was funny. I think it was meant to be funny.
Yeah.
But
It was it wasn't okay. It was meant to be funny, serious, and entertaining.
It was a lot of homages to old as well as the retelling of
Yes.
the new. So he did that purposefully, giving you all these little Easter eggs, like Dawn of the Dead and all these other zombie movies that came before, but also telling his own story and giving you a lot of cinematic, memorable moments that Zack Snyder can only do.
Yeah.
And so
Yes.
it just mended the world pretty great.
Yeah,
And
I
I
think
thought-
this is one of the best directed zombie things probably ever done.
Yes.
One of the
I-
best. I didn't say it was
Yeah,
the best. I don't want to
No,
have any
it is
hate mail,
definitely
but
top
I
five.
would say this was top
Top
3.
five. Top five.
I would say top 3. No,
It's still in the top five.
top 5.
I would put top 5, maybe 3 if you really had to like think about it, but
Yeah.
definitely top 5.
Yeah, we'd have to watch some other. We should do that. We should do a show and do the top 5 zombie films.
Oh yeah, I'm down.
Especially in this day and age, we got so overtaken by The Walking Dead. It was like, can anyone do any zombie things that are interesting? People have done the zombie comedies, blah, whatever. But
No. Wait. Shaun of the Dead was a great zombie comedy film.
right, but that was years ago though. That was a little older. We didn't get over.
Recently, Train to Busan. I forget what his name was. The Korean film director that Train to Busan. That was a fantastic.
That was amazing.
Fantastic, yes.
That was really good. I think I saw that one. Yeah,
Mhm.
I saw that one. And the dad was on the train, the family, and yeah. That was, what was the title of that?
Train to Busan.
Yeah, that was amazing. So that can go in like the 5 somewhere.
That's
top 5. Top 5.
I would put that top 3. Honestly.
I agree with Corey. Top 3.
Yeah.
But more about the Army of the Dead.
Yep.
All right. So pretty much, we heard about from the director that there are, spoiler alert.
Are we doing spoilers or no spoilers?
No,
We're gonna have to be spoilers or no spoilers.
No spoilers. It was so great. I don't even want to mess up the man's work. Let people experience it.
Yeah, everybody watch it for yourself. I'm not gonna spoil it, but it's not your usual zombie film. I'm gonna put it like that.
But yet it is.
It is.
And it's a weird way. Like the intro to this movie, you get like the feelings of Zombieland, but yet it's not Zombieland at all. It's actually telling you the story of this movie, and I'm like, wow! From the intro, I was hooked.
From the intro, you know what I feel really bad about? I feel really bad about that paratrooper. In the beginning.
No spoilers.
Well, that's not really. That's just the intro.
That's not a spoiler. That's.
But I felt really bad. I was like, oh my goodness, really?
The intro was so.
You felt bad for the people that were like, like, oh man.
And then they made references in the song about a certain zombie, which was funny.
The soundtrack was perfect.
Perfection. Zach, you know what? The fact that it hit this so outside of the box, so far across the street, and it's not even in the stadium. Like, it's a home run, but you like hit the mailbox of the kid watching the game 5 blocks away. I thought that was so great because I'm like, nobody really matches soundtracks in zombie movies well. They usually suck or very forgettable. But I thought he did an excellent job. And the fact that he did this right after the Snyder cut, you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, we're already high on...
there was an Easter egg. There was an Easter egg.
What?
In the movie about the Snyder cut.
There was?
Yes.
Go ahead.
I'm not going to spoil it, but it's just...
I don't think it could spoil anything. It doesn't have anything to do with the plot. Go on, say it.
All right. Yes, it does, because once I say it, it does.
All right, don't say it then.
Okay.
We'll talk about that offline, because I didn't see that either. All right, so I will say this. This is not a spoiler, but this is something to think about. We all know the unfortunate passing of his daughter, Autumn. And I did have remnants of that. Maybe this was his way of putting their story into a movie right after Snyder Cut. That's what took him so long. So that's what I was thinking was going on in this movie, but I'm not sure if that was his direction or if that was just happenstance. But either way, it was a great element to that zombie story.
You know what? Now that you mention it, if you really listen to the words of zombie, it's super dark. And now you saying that, I can see you could make that connection, whether that is subliminal. Artists can't help but put themselves, their life in the work. So, that, I could totally see that. Yeah. All right. This is not a spoiler. I'm just randomly talking about a scene. When dude was like, he cursed. So I'm gonna say, darn it. You know what I'm talking about. When he was in the black guy And he was like,
Oh yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah. Like, man, really? 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 Oh, by the way, I saw that coming.
Yeah.
I saw that
Yeah.
coming. And I was like, yeah, wait a minute. No, not going to get me. Nope, I'm a writer. I know what you're going to do right there.
Mhm.
You guys got that feeling too?
Yeah.
I had a little bit of hope. I had a little bit of hope that they wasn't gonna go there.
This is a spoiler. No, all right. I'll say it this way. One of the best zombie deaths I've ever seen.
No,
this movie.
don't say it.
No,
Don't say it.
I'm just saying
Don't say it.
That was
Don't
one of the best
say
deaths.
it.
That's it.
Don't say it.
That's it.
That was so messed up.
It was
Zack
so
Snyder.
But you know what? There's a bunch of things in here that
No,
were
but
like,
no, nah.
You know which scene I'm talking about.
Yes.
He knows.
Oh God.
I'm not saying anything else, but
Don't
just that.
say it. That was so messed
are we
up.
talking about the beginning, middle, or the end of the movie?
Towards the end.
Towards
Okay.
the end.
Okay.
But that is so messed up. But then we had another person. I have to give kudos. To one of the people that did that performance in that movie. Oh my God.
Wait a minute. Let's talk about something we can actually talk about, so the whole thing isn't like innuendos. All right. And I gotta mention this. Did that zombie? Was she pregnant?
Yes.
Yes.
Dude.
Oh yeah.
No,
I
no,
remember.
no. That's
You
a
just
semi
spoiled it. You just spoiled it, man. I can't. Like, you just spoiled it. Wait.
Well, I mean, the guy kept sniffing around her stomach, so that's obvious. I mean, it's like, okay.
Hey, I'm gonna give kudos to this one actress.
Who? Theo Rossi?
Let me make sure that's who it is, cause she's a stunt actress.
Why are you doing that? How come Mariah Carey isn't in any of these things? She can act. Like, why isn't she in any of these movies or even the other movies that we talk about?
I don't want this to sound ageist, but I believe she's too old to take on some of these roles. Like, yes, Jamie Lee Curtis is a different set, but Mariah Carey doesn't have the tenure.
All right, Mariah, you heard that. All right, you got to step it up.
I have the person.
Show Corey. Make sure to realize he's wrong. Go ahead, go in there.
Prove me.
Samantha Wynn, I have to give you props, yo. Samantha Wynn was, yo.
Is that with the Latin chick?
Yeah.
With the bandana?
Yes.
Yeah, she was amazing.
Yes.
She was amazing.
I'm
glad that they really. I'm glad they really gave her a chance to really, because they could have easily do and not give her a chance to really show her stuff.
No, but they did. That was her limelight. That was perfect.
Yeah, she was a good percentage of the early part of the film.
And I think this is what happened. He gives you like these little old takes of zombies, like, oh, this is what's gonna happen, but then he gives his Zack Snyder flip and goes just that extra step further to modernize it and elevate it. I thought that was really genius.
You know, let's do an after show, because we only got a minute left. We got to run up for our time running out, but I do have some issues with the zombies. Okay.
Okay, we'll talk about that, but before we
you have 2 seconds, bro.
Before we end it, she's not Latin.
Oh, what's her background? She's Greek. What is she?
She's Asian.
She is?
Asian Canadian.
Oh, okay.
What kind of Asian? If you want to be all, she's Asian, because there's Asian.
No.
She could be Russian.
Well, she played that. No, she played the heck, because you thought she was Spanish, but when you look at her in her profile, she's Asian.
But what does that mean? What country is she from, sir?
It's not telling us.
Okay,
sir.
so then don't hold on to that so hard, okay? Thank you.
I love you guys' fights.
Yeah, if you want to be all politically correct, then get it straight.
I'll be politically correct.
Thank you guys for watching GeekCaster. We have a couple seconds. You can go to geekcaster.com, or you can go to our Instagram, or you can go to GeekCaster Network on Facebook. Thank you so much, and yeah, we're going to do the after show. Yeah.